Hopefully the sheep and zombies are off in La La Land. Hopefully they're off spreading rumors and gossiping. Sheep, clowns, zombies. Hopefully they're off doing something because whatever they do, it's never anything productive, darlings. So, and I still have to get into this. We have about one and a half more, well, two more pages to go over. So I'll be dropping that content next week, but I'm going to have it pre-recorded for my 64, 66 algorithms. Okay, so Jordan Peterson posed a question. And no, I do not speak to that guy. Are women more competitive than males? I put gammas, and yes, they are. And that's why they're highly upset and they're unhinged as well. And they hate women. And they also hate certain type of productive men, no matter the color and creed. I'm not trying to make this as funny as usual without a lot of cellular language, even though this shit is hilarious. It's hilarious. There is no defending this. That's what Can't Cook the Tuck said. And there's not. There's no defending this. Now, I don't know what he's talking about because I didn't watch that snippet, but I will because it's more entertaining than these sheep. These sheep clombies. I mean, I say clombies. Sheep, zombies, and clowns. So is when women compete, is it underestimated? Absolutely. Absolutely. So why can't incompetent so-called civilian IT specialists get their acts together? No matter what type of false codes or modified coding they attempt to develop, they have lost the game. The game is over. We told them this in 2014. So then, and it's female and male clowns. The game been over since 2014. They still there playing for nothing. Like it's a waste of energy basically. Oh, y'all see them high energy prices? How much were your electric bills? 500. Oh, let me know. Drop a comment below. So yeah, let's get back into it, you guys. And I'll be reading from my paper as per usual, because these scripts basically write themselves. This is where did I leave off at? So develop is a term which is used quite loosely, darling. This is why comprehension skills, the ability to think critically, analyze, implement manual production, beta testing phase. Maintain impartiality in order to apply strategies which use actual solutions. I misspelled the word solutions. See how that was easy for me? You know why I misspelled it? Because I didn't edit. But looking at it, I can see that I misspelled. People are like, that's something that's minute. So are the unnecessary technical difficulties and or issues. Let's continue. Zombies hardly if ever incorporate valuable and necessary skills in relation to any given types of problem solving due to their inflated egos, envy, jealousy, and false sense of superiority. And this has nothing to do with individuals being a certain type of color. And even the assholes, we call them assholes because you got to understand what we're dealing with, you guys. We're dealing with individuals. Some of the dummies have a degree and some of a plastic degree. I call it a plastic degree when they do not utilize tools and strategies that they learned from the textbook and from on the job training and reincorporate it into the world in which they live. And they never have to seek to coexist. All they have to do is basically respect cybersecurity and follow the laws. Basically, you can't just go around developing your own laws. This is not Mary had a little lamb. And let's continue, guys. And I'm feeling quite sore. I told y'all, I do like exercising, y'all. I don't want to lose weight though, so I have to be very careful because my metabolism is extremely high. So, yeah, they have inflated egos, it's jealousy, it's all of the above, false sense of superiority. even in events they possess, even in events they possess a low IQ, they still feel superior. Notice I say feel superior to other individuals. And we're not talking about men. Men can have a seat. We're talking to these feminized gammas. And it has nothing to do with their sexual preference nor orientation. Mind you, is discrimination of no sorts is tolerated. And that's why we do not sit up there and just engage in, you know what I'm saying, low vibrational conversations, but we do speak on it. Go to the other side. We do speak on it. Now, just notice say go to the other side. They're always bounding. Now, when you, let's try this one more time. You see how you can tell that's a boy. Go to the other side. Exit to the other side, okay? Did you hear me? You scared the time? Okay. So, even events they have a low IQ, they still pretend as though they're smarter than individuals, and the gender does not matter. That's why we don't get into the artificial gender wars, even though it's quite interesting and fascinating to observe individuals in their natural habitat. Like this is a natural habitat. Observe individuals in their natural habitat to see how they engage with other individuals, no matter the gender, basically. And a lot of them are not misogynistic. So that's the very fascinating part about it. So then I say, you can't make this shit up. So individuals can, and I'm gonna keep hitting this. Individuals can possess a low IQ and still pretend as though they know everything, darling. They're quite magnificent about messing things up. When it comes to screwing something up, they do that quite well with no ease. Not to be confused with about face. Shout out to base service members. Give me one moment. One momento, por favor. I want that. We're live. Do you want to get on? Oh, okay. I was just asking. So other people be exploiting individuals when they don't want to be on camera. No, y'all can't see what I was doing. I was using another device. And give me 1 second because I absolutely lost my place. And then I found it. So I said she can barely, if ever, apply any information, real manuals, because that's what you're supposed to utilize, as well as real tools in order to reduce unnecessary issues, i.e., unnecessary cyber-related intrusions. Let me see if I can see where I pick back off, y'all. This is going to be a relaxed live. I told you that. So let me repeat it. She can barely, if ever, apply valuable information, utilize manuals and real tools in order to reduce unnecessary issues, i.e., unnecessary cyber-related intrusions, Q&A. Why aren't sheep and zombies retaining information which is generally learned in order to perform certain types of tasks? I misspelled the word certain. I was typing too fast. See how it's so easy for individuals to just tell the truth and admit stuff? And even when individuals stutter or struggle, it's because like if I see that I misspelled a word, it'll cause me to pause. If I notice that I didn't add, certain type of like commas or periods, it'll cause me to pause as well. Telling the truth is easy. It's easy for individuals who have no problem with telling the truth. And yeah, people used to say, "Oh, okay, so it's okay to tell a white lie." I don't even know what to think of, but what does that mean? Is that like when you tell your homegirl, "Yeah, girl, you look okay in that outfit, even though that outfit is totally too small for your big behind"? People say it's okay to tell a white lie. What exactly is a white lie? Is that racist? I'm just asking. I don't do the race baiting thing. But let me continue. So that's absolutely appalling and it's ridiculous. So why are individuals wasting time to go to school? I.e., when we say school, higher learning, that's what we're speaking about, universities. And not all of them are horrible. But when they are, the sheep and the zombies who probably didn't even have to do anything to get in or whatever besides meet a quota. And I'm not being funny, I'm being quite serious. Why can't they sit up there and retain information that they learn in school? And everything is not based upon the textbook, especially when you are in charge of managing files, in charge of having millions of Americans' information, you know what I'm saying, at your disposal. We shouldn't even have to have these conversations. I mean, it should be rocket science, but apparently it's not. And keep in mind, these individuals do not have a clearance. Do they sign agreements in order to it's not taken over, but they sign agreements indicating that they will adhere to agency's policy, administration rules, and also laws. And that's no different from any other type of interstate compact agreement. But it has to operate in accordance to regulations, in accordance to policy, depending on the realm, because you have different departments, different agencies, different realms, but that's why we have uniform standard policies and protocols, rules, procedures, guidelines. Over sheep and zombies' heads, apparently. So, what else did I say? Why aren't sheep and zombies retaining information which is generally learned in order to perform certain types of tasks? So I read that again. The co-host stated in real animal kingdoms, females have hierarchy. That's always gonna just like kind of like occur. And that's just he didn't even go into like detail because it would take forever just to you could take one or two sentences and you can truly write a paper if you had to. Not based off the one or two sentences, just elaborating. So he says females have hierarchy. He also said that female competition may be less physical. I mean, it all depends. Female competition is both intellectual and it can also be physical. And even if individuals don't incorporate athleticism, it still requires physical and mental endurance in order to perform. So that's what individuals generally use. So if individuals play sports, yeah, they will tend to be very competitive. Not necessarily competitive against the opponent, no matter the gender, but competitive against the and we're not talking about men. Men can sit this down because real men do not try to compete against women. Feminized gammas, they try to compete against women intellectually, even though they have a low IQ. So individuals are quite competitive, especially if they play sports. So even it doesn't matter where they're working at. When it comes to performance, they're gonna always want to perform high, not necessarily for what I'm saying to impress others, but more so probably to impress themselves. You'll have to ask individuals why they choose to be very competitive, okay? Especially when it comes to sports. And then you have to ask other individuals if they know that they cannot run a mile. Why are you in sports? See, individuals have to go through certain type of bullshit in high school. If you know you cannot run a mile, you know you cannot pass the baton. Why are you in sports? Why are you jumping hurdles? If you know you're too afraid to leap. This shit is crazy. It's crazy, y'all. It is absolutely crazy. Put it down. Have that ever happened to you guys? Have you ever played sports in high school and then I talked about this before? Someone makes a team and you be like, "How did your parents pay? Like, how did you make this team? How did they make the cut?" Then you're looking at the paper like, "Why are their names on this paper?" That's all. That goes back to the go along, get along game. That goes back to, and that's why individuals have a hard time competing now because when they were in grade school, Mr. Peterson, they just automatically just like, oh, okay, uh, you get a what can I say? You get a crown, you get a crown, you get a crown, you get a crown, even though you did not purchase the crayons. Y'all remember back in the day when your parents used to sit up there, even being in the projects or the suburbs, and your parents are able to go out, mind you, they have drives where people can go and literally pick up free tools, i.e., supplies, school supplies. Have you ever had an incident occurred like more than once, repeatedly, from grade school to high school? Yes, even high school. And the teachers want to take your, not the base teachers, because you use what you come with, and want to take your supplies, and then your parents have to put your name on it. So they're not taking your tablets and taking your crayons and giving it to another student. That's what socialism looks like. And that's why individuals who are sheep and zombies and Jezebels to this day, that's why they feel entitled. And that's why they feel as though they can just call everybody a coon or call everybody a racist. Calling people a racist is a little bit more easy until they say, okay, well, I'm a racist. They don't necessarily be racist, but anything that's going to shut the sheep and the zombies up. That's what extreme socialism look like. Robbing Peter to give to Paul, basically. And that's the old cliche. That is the old cliche. Y'all like to spin around in my little chair. I hope I'm not. When I play this back, I hope it don't get on people. Don't get dizzy, y'all. The individuals are quite playful, too. And that's why they have, like, social humor. They don't feel as though everybody's trying to step on toes. Fuck the toe. So the co-host was speaking about animal kingdoms and stuff like that. I found it to be like, I mean, humans. I don't think we came from apes, but like sometimes animals behave a little bit better than us. Have you ever seen like animals play in their natural habitat, like chimps, monkeys? And even if you watch ants, you ever see how they work together when they are a part of groups? That's what cooperative organizing is. That's what it looks like. Just imagine like an ant hill, and I'm just using it as an example because you can't get too complex, and it doesn't take to always get complex, anyways. I know some of my professors had a PhD, and they know how to speak in a plain sentence, except for when it was time to take a test, like or time to answer questions in order to engage in lectures. They're not going to take, no, they're going to be extremely hard. Not because they want to be an asshole, but because they want you to challenge yourself. They're not necessarily in a place to where they want to challenge you. They want you to challenge yourself. And then when they get something wrong or misquote something, then you get to challenge them. So then they either get to correct their statements or whatever, or correct their lectures, which we're not trying to do. That means they possess emotional intelligence, basically, and they don't give a damn about titles. I keep getting this. Always happen every time I decide. I say, well, maybe if I go live a little bit later, I won't have any interruptions. But yeah. All right. So yeah, let me repeat this. Female competition is both intellectual and physical, even if individuals don't incorporate Athleticism. I'm sorry. Couldn't get that word out because I don't use it a lot. It still requires physical and mental endurance to perform. Individuals incorporate various types of strategies as it pertains to gaining advantages over opponents without using military strengths in actual physical combat. Tyrants cheat as they organize and utilize unauthorized technology, i.e., shadow databases and false identifiers and dirty coding, which doesn't align with real administration, implementation, guidelines, administration. I'm sorry, I double talk. Procedures, policies, federal rules, regulations, etc., etc. Sheep and zombies are weak. As it relates to media, sheep and zombies form coalitions, i.e., weak teams for the purposes of likes, clicks, views, for temporary gratification, i.e., monetary gains, even if it means lying to or deceiving their audience. So they like to play trick shot. I guess you could call them magicians. Even in real wars, no matter if real physical combat or simulations, physical and mental endurance are more valuable components. Plain English. When so called independent media form coalitions, they fake believe when they manipulate and twist truths or change facts and narratives to fit their agendas, they are powerful. They fake believe that they're powerful because they think about the numbers, the numbers. They're not thinking about the content, the gems, the value. Mind you, majority of bloggers, and I use that in tough air quotes, don't even blog nor write, but they still refer to themselves as bloggers or journalists. But journalism requires real ethics and integrity, and it also requires fact checking. They believe they are more powerful due to teams and numbers. If and when Operation Mockingbird or COINTELPRO or counterintelligence are unleashed like beasts equals the intellectually challenged and less emotionally and socially mindful or developed, the sheep will perhaps push false narratives and they'll be like, oh, it's not quote unquote fair. So then there's the cancel culture, then there's the false flagging, and then there's also the plagiarism, and then the copycat mentality phenomena. Let's use mainstream journalists for instance. There are more individuals across the dark yet lit webs who push and spread more rumors, gossip, lies, and serious disinformation than the mainstream media. And that's very interesting. Peterson said women and men don't compete against their own sexes in the same way. I say gamma males who falsely identify as alpha red pill lack intelligence, so the way that they compete is by calling women bitches or dictating to them as, oh, you should wear size 5. Then there are the ones with the problems and complexes as well. And mind you, they are not fuckable at all. The creeps aren't even fuckable nor attractive, so it's the pure audacity for me. Is it for you? And I'll pause because that's how you allow individuals to answer a question. You pose an argument or pose a position or answer a question, and then you yield back. No, these motherfuckers will just sit up there and just talk when they're not talking over each other. They fake believe that they're talking to you. They need to be talking to that mirror and checking themselves, basically. So they call themselves red pill. And we're not speaking about all of them, but if the shoe fits, mind you. All right. Most red pill are wannabe pimps who should perhaps exert physical or mind control over their groomed Jezebels and stupid hoes. Jordan, I love music. MUSIK. Laughing my ass off, and a pun is intended. Speaking of intelligence, gammas are comfortable with making C's. Not that that matters, but they aren't grouped within the same clusters as women or men who are in fact smarter. Let's go back to the pimps because we're speaking about real pimps, y'all. We're speaking about individuals who are proud to be pimps. And you have different type of pimps, like the classic pimps can speak for themselves, but these pimps, they go around social media, and then when individuals announce that they're getting married, even though I don't really fuck with them like that, I don't fuck with the finance part, the business part, because I don't, I can't relate to it, because it be on some pro black, not even some, it be on some hotep stuff, some hotep black plantation stuff. It's never about real economic development. Some of it might be or whatever, but if you don't have any money, you have no business investing other people's money, or playing and gambling with other people's money, or playing and gambling with other people's identity. Let's speak about the pimps though, because these pimps, they're good at what they do, y'all. I tell you, they're some master manipulators, but they can manipulate real bitches. And don't get mad just how they call white people racist, all of them, when they don't even know them, never met them, never communicated with them, never fraternized with them, never socialized with them. They call you a bitch, just be like, okay. That's how you have to do gambles. Be the best bitch that you can be, just like those hoes that's walking on fucking strips and sliding from them poles. It's the best hoes that they look. Be all that you can be. Don't argue against that. Just accept it. Take your TYOC, take your charge. Guilty as charged. Make it make sense. These pimps, y'all, and they are quite remarkable. And they only can sit up there and just like exert that control over someone who is as low IQ as them, and they're also low vibrational. These are the same type of hoes who fake believe that they can compete against women. That's why back in the day, men used to always say, if you're young, don't walk around here wearing red lipstick. If you're young, don't walk around here, even if you're not young, you hold yourself, you know what I'm saying? You hold and carry yourself in a fashion in which you want men or guys to approach you. Men, guys, males to approach you. So if you let everything hang out or whatever, they like to be catcalled. Other individuals do not like to be catcalled, because if you catcall them, they're liable to say something retarded, like, or bark or something. They likely to bark. Or his psst. Then the guys look like, yes, why are you sitting where's your charisma? Stop with the cheesy pickup lines. It might work on a horse. It does not work on real bitches. That's what they call us white people. And that's why the people are like, well, people mention it in a song, at least they're being honest or whatever. Motherfuckers sit up there and try to call you, you know what I'm saying, all type of stuff. And then get so easily offended when you call them low IQ and low vibrational. Make it make sense. But these pimps are hilarious. They make it oh, such and such done got married. Oh, such and such have a woman. It's a lot of these pink pills is what I call them. They're the ones that don't have women, but they try to fake believe they can tell you how to, you know what I'm saying, maintain a relationship. We ask them to show their hoes. Show your hoes. And we already know they're gonna be dumb and can't hold a conversation. Unless it's like something about motherfucking scripted reality TV or some shit. They could talk about that because it's a reflection of their own dysfunctional lives and our lifestyles. But we got time for the shits, because I'm on downtime right now, and so are other people. And that's why it's important to just turn up the heat, because we really want to know, like, where do they get out of? You're a relationship coach, and we're not speaking about all of them, because some of them have manners and they know how to respect women. Women are not going to go around begging for no motherfucking gamma pink pill. They might as well put on a fucking tutu and go around begging for their respect. Fuck that. None of that shit. Oh, that's seller language, y'all. And then they be like, oh, I don't like a woman who curse. Well, fuck that shit. Run. Get. Fuck. And get. Be making all these fucking rules. Like, look, bitch, ain't nobody trying to fucking rush. Making all these fucking rules. Oh, I don't like a woman with tattoos. Bitch, get the fuck. My nigga, like, it ain't nothing. And Jordan probably be like, "Oh my God, yeah, of course we would never speak this way in an environment that record. You know what I'm saying? In a real workplace, we would never speak. Well, I would never speak this way because you got low vibrational hoes that do speak this way inside of school, and we like take our books. I don't want to sit next to you, dumb hoe. That's the type of hoes that be trying to look at your test to see what your answers are. Be like, can you give me the answer to? No, we can't do that. Ugh. I'm gonna be drinking water periodically because I did not. This needs to be gone, and that's how I burn fat, y'all. I got a little fat, ain't much. And shout out to individuals who have been exercising too. Exercise for yourself. Don't be exercising for these pink pill. They think they're red pills. They're pink pill. Pink pill feminists. It's their male feminists though. I'm walking around calling people bitches. Okay, we'll just put it in a RAP. We sitting up there putting that fake shit in their EPs and shit. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. We talking about the ones because that's what they want. That's why they be talking about certain type of people is because they know that if they were them, they can bring all the girls to the yard. And we're talking about women, but we're girls still because we have vaginas and we can have babies. These wannabe pimps. They need to stay in their lane because and stay in there they can stay in their own lanes when it comes to this as well because no one like fucks with them or whatever. When they say something of likes that makes sense because you know they do that double talking shit. That's why I don't like individuals who talk around in circles. Get to the point. And I'm a Libra too. A balanced one because you got unbalanced signs. Even scientists know this. People are like, well, I'm a Gemini. Oh, Geminis, I hate Geminis. Oh, I hate Capricorns. Oh, I hate this. I hate that or whatever. I can't do no Leo. I will tear the fucking Leo's neck off. I will. I can't do those strong signs. Those strong. Now, when I say strong, I ain't talking about the masculinity. Leos, I can't do those signs. But it also let's talk about horoscope. It also goes in it let's see how I can put this. It also goes by your social experiences, and I'll say this over and over and over because you got these individuals who like to throw tarot cards or whatever. What are you doing? I'm gonna manifest me a new love and hope that my ex comes back. What are you doing? That's very funny to me. Like when people like play with these cards, you know, some people truly when they play with regular cards and be doing the magic tricks, they really know how to do that or whatever. I don't know what that's called, but it's not for me. I don't like tricks. And I thought I was the only weird one who couldn't stand magic being a kid. You know how they do penny tricks or whatever and all the other stuff. I'm gonna put a rabbit out the hat or whatever for now. And I'm pretty sure I'm laughing, but I'm pretty sure these individuals suffer from some real severe issues. The ones that be playing with these tarot cards. I'm from New Orleans. I don't even know how this voodoo stuff got started, but I'm gonna look into it when I have time, real time. Because right now I only have time to execute comprehensive reports when I'm not on downtime. I'm pretty sure these individuals are not disturbed to the point. It's like they create their own disturbances. And it's weird. That's why I really just like I don't dive all the way into it. A lot of them are scammers. We can't go around saying, oh, dark webs, hey, watch out for the scammers. They're not really reading your palm or really reading this or whatever. I don't even know where does this tarot card stuff come from? Because it's not real. They be thinking we're gonna do rituals and a magic or whatever. We're just gonna manifest. They're always trying to manifest and pray about money, and all it only requires of them begging for donate, just begging. And you have dummies that are truly just give it up, give it up, get. That's what they're doing in the black church. Once they hear certain stuff and get into, that's why you have to have discernment. Cards are not going to read your future, darlings. And you have guys that read cards too, or whatever. I think it invites bad spirits, and I think it opens up portals to just like evil. And it's evil. They exert it against themselves though. So while they think they're exerting it against the universe, it's like. But yeah, it's individuals who know how to play with cards. Cause I've seen them do that, and I'm just like, get the hell away from me. And then they think it's funny and cute or whatever. I don't call it demonic. Y'all know that it's something. So yeah. And individuals don't be doing all that. I told y'all I went to the casino one time in my entire life when I turned 21. Now, individuals had to drag me there because I don't believe in gambling, and I sure in the hell don't believe in gambling with other people's money. And they gamble with real investors' money too. They was pissed off, and I can't imagine. My name is Bennett. We ain't in it. Investors be real ones. They be like by hook or crook. But yeah, when I went to the casino or whatever, I don't know what they thought I was. I am not a gypsy. I was sitting up there just hitting. They trying to figure out, okay, somebody should have told me at the casinos, and we're not talking about all of them because you got casinos that they don't have a time, they don't mind paying out, and they don't mind when you cash out. Yeah, sitting up there, the people came with I thought I was on print. I'm recapping. I thought I was on print. I thought I was on Men in Black. I thought that camera shouldn't come on. They was about to say, just kid. No, they was like, you got to go. And I did, but you finna fuck you and pay me first. Then had the little sheeples, Negroes saying, you should. And mind you, the people that came out were, of my color. They came out with the things. I'm thinking, bitches, Will Smith is this MIB or what? Came out with the little earpieces. I'm just sitting, just like waiting for. I'm ready to go all in. I was so hot. The white folks was like, "I'm gonna take your spot." He was hot. I'm not a gypsy, but yeah, that's why I'm just be like, people like, we gonna manifest some money or whatever. I've been good at. I can do different things with numbers. And then I just I could basically, what I was doing, I was watching a table, and that is quite legal. Watching the table, I was playing Russian roulette. You heard me. But Vladimir Putin. They kick Ukraine's ass shit. Because I'm in it and I ain't in it. I'm watching the table, whatever. I'm sitting up there looking at pasta. Back in school, we used to have like brain teas and stuff, or assignments, and you have to kind of guess probabilities and possibilities, and you fuck with numbers and shit, and that's what I was doing basically. I didn't touch the table. I'm not cheating. I am basically finna just decide where I'm finna put my money. I had machines ringing, dinging. I was like, I'm standing. The white lady was like, ma'am. I was like, well, I'm just standing because I want to put another quarter. Because, bitch, I'm not gambling all my shit. Put that $20 in that machine, that bitch turned red. I heard the sirens going off. I'm looking like, I ain't under arrest. My lady was like, your money finna come out, ma'am. You might want to go and get some buckets, not just one. Get a couple of them. So I'm taking my buckets, stacking my chips. Because y'all, why do people go to the casino be having, boy, I went to the casino with somebody. They gave me money to play. That's the second time I went. And mind you, I don't like to do that. I'd rather play spades. You heard me? Shout out to New Orleans. So he giving me give people a little change to little gamble with. Bitch, I can't gamble with these chips. Bitch, I want some money. I want some money. They lost all their money. So the little money that we made, bitch, I'm cashing out. And that's word on the motherfucking curb. Excuse me, white people and black men. I curse like a sailor. But yeah, let's get back to one of these motherfuckers. This is my second time recapping this story because it was so hilarious. I'm thinking that I was on fucking prank. And it was just like tapping me, sir, excuse you, I'm trying to play this game. It was like, ma'am, I'm gonna need you to stand. Had them sheep was, ma'am, I think you should. Why? Because he's tall? You got me fucked up. And he wasn't rude or whatever, but I said, nigga, my nigga, that probably a little bit unprofessional. Don't you touch my shoulder anymore, sir. Then I had the best lieutenant, baby. I will sue Harris. I'm sorry I had to put it. I was carrying that type of motherfucking chip on my shoulders. In a good way. I was so hot that night, child. People was rubbing it like people was like, you're hot. Why didn't the black people who was in sheeples? Well, yeah, all that tarot card shit, they be like, we gonna manifest some money. Next time you manifest it, make sure it's your own money, motherfucking honeys. I digress. Y'all just had to sit up there and tell us I had to get it off my chest. And speaking of getting off your chest, where's the one outside class who said he is majoring in criminal justice? Class is in session. And like, I major in criminal justice. Y'all play too many games. And it's not even like game theory. Y'all play too many games. And I have not gotten all involved into that because I believe in finishing what I do. But that's a very interesting and fascinating thing. I think Nash was on to something. So he was ahead of his times, y'all. And speaking of games, if you know that there's, you know what I'm saying, there's nothing to like truly gain unless it's gems or whatever, would you still play? That's the universal question of today. It's really tonight, y'all. But yeah, thought I was trying to, sir, don't touch my shoulder. I will sue you if you don't give me my money that I earn legally. But y'all, don't go to no, y'all know them 800 numbers be on there for a reason. Because some individuals just operate on impulse. When you're operating on impulse, spend your own money. So that's what it boils down to, Mr. Peterson. It doesn't take rocket science. But when it comes to various types of case studies that are very low vibrational, motherfuckers did not have to still invite the government's hand at that. And taxpayers. That's why we speak to the general public. That's why we say we the people. And individuals can hold a conversation. We don't have to incorporate fancy jargon or use word salad in order to trick or deceive the audience. We can just lay out all of the facts, lay out the info, not all of them, darling. And speaking about all of them, because there's certain individuals who be talking about they're going through litigation, and they just come here just like spilling the beans, and they don't realize when they hopping from a platform, they be doing hotep hopping is what I call it. Hopping from platform to platform to platform for views, and I guess whatever it is that they like. Not knowing that they're contradicting themselves or whatever, but it's so much fake news, Mr. Peterson. Individuals can speak about litigation, is what that is, but where's the one outside Klops or whatever? He is in hiding or something. That's why I be telling these bloggers, stick to your black beef YouTube sectors or whatever, and don't jump into lanes or whatever, because you will never understand. And y'all know that you can give individuals the same little minute tools, you know what I'm saying? And they will do different things with the information. It's very fascinating when you do correlate gender and correlate not necessarily social economics, but correlate gender. It's very fascinating. The results and findings are very fascinating. And no individuals are not writing a dissertation. Well, let us know when one eyesight cops come in the building. Hopefully he can stick to reporting on celebrities, even though they were reporting fake news and wonder why. I finna go ahead and inbox. Why y'all harassing people? I inbox her and ask people to come. Why would people want to come on y'all shows when y'all talk about their spouses, spread disinformation, spread rumors, spread fake news? Y'all talking about the criminals. It don't matter. I told them, pick a doe, any doe. Pick a subject, any subject. Y'all talking about the federal lick hitters. And so, I'm not going to get all into that or whatever, because I already dropped some snippets that were, I don't know, y'all some haters, though. Stick to reporting on y'all's F-listers is what I call it, because all we worrying about is ghetto superstars. That is what you are. That's all I worry about or whatever, because I love to be entertained. And that's why I also entertain the people. I am not that funny like real comedians, and we don't have that many left. We don't have comedians that can actually mind their business and a business that mind them, unfortunately. So cancel culture just be like, oh, damn with patriarchy, damn with comedy, everybody a racist, everybody cool, I shuck your dick. That's what that is, Jezebels. They're underneath bad spells, and they cast them against themselves, because the general public, other individuals who are emotionally intelligent do not have to deal with that. When I say deal with that, the low vibrations, but every once in a while you can comment, you can do your commentary on things and what you see in these dirty YouTube streets. But individuals don't go around fucking with people or whatever. Let's get back into the shit. Now I don't know if y'all watched the thing, and mind you, people are, you got competent educators. Obviously, we love them, and I also love my former bosses, Jordan Peterson. Now, sometimes when people are coming from different regions, and yeah, individuals do not like to work with certain kinds who do not do their own jobs, who are constantly asking questions as if individuals are supervisors, which they don't want to be. Some individuals like to lead, some individuals like to be organizers, some individuals like to organize for action. Hello, Mr. Elf Ears. Hello, Mr. Elf Ears. Scooby Dooby Doo. Who is that? The same individuals who said, take care of your responsibilities. And then the Gammas were so enraged and they were so offended. They were offended just like when Bill Cosby told y'all to pull y'all pants up. Bill Cosby is not Mr. Elf Ears. Mr. Elf Ears is the one who came to New Orleans holding babies. And yeah, that was so embarrassing. I actually turned on the news because I didn't know if I was going to go down there to meet him. I prefer to be a figment of their imaginations, his and others. They were actually handing babies so soaking wet, pissy diapers. I'm like, this is the president. They didn't have any couth. It was so embarrassing. And that shit also went viral. I was like, absolutely, absolutely appalling. Not appalling in a way. Sometimes people have to be taught to do certain things, and that's why certain individuals who do outreach, that's why they are important. But these sheep and zombies are losing their best when it comes to educators, when it comes to quality professors. They don't want to be based or not based. They just want to do their job, and they want to make sure that they promote and encourage critical thinking. Can y'all stop changing degree plans, please? Adding stupid classes to degree plans? Well, for what? Let's get to that for a second before I jump into this bullshit. It don't matter if you add a billion classes to the degree plans. Individuals have to be focused. Individuals have to learn how to retain information. Individual is called on the job training, and that doesn't come from just that. It comes from community services, doing free work, free labor. Slavery, Kanye ain't gonna tell you how it was a choice. That's a different type of choice. So individuals feel as though if they have a degree plan this long, the sheep and zombies are gonna come out knowing what other individuals know. And just as Mr. Napolitano, am I pronouncing his damn name right? I can never get it right. Judge Napolitano? Napolitano. Or was it it was either that or what's the other one? Phil Giraldi. That stuff does not just like happen. And let me see if I can pick up on the because I think I had set up here. Yeah, unnecessary wars are enemies of universal freedom is what it's titled. Give me 1 second. Yeah, he was speaking about. Anyway, just this is not verbatim. This is a paraphrase. You don't necessarily sit up there and just know everything just because you were taught this way. It takes many years. He said months. It can sometimes take many years in order for individuals to learn certain things. It's lit. It's a vibe. Well, I am in a minute. I mean, in the middle of something. But yeah, he indicated that it takes many months. It can take many years. So adding degree plans, like, and I'm talking to like individuals who sit adding on them. When individuals must go back or whatever, why sit up and just add like stupid, just like mumbo jumbo to it? That's not going to enhance critical thinking. And it's not, and it doesn't always necessarily mean that individuals are going to come out knowing and retaining the information they're supposed to, because they're going to need it in this thing we call the real world. So that was Phil Garaldi, and I'm going to get into that probably tomorrow. So that's what's going on in academia, and it's important to speak with different people and to hear their stories or whatever. And a billion, Phil Garaldi actually hit it on a knob. It takes, he said the word months, it could take several years. And even though you learn something, let's just say if you're sitting behind a computer and you realize that it's not functioning properly, it could be some type of, you know what I'm saying, easy shortcuts, or the software has a glitch. People can sit up here and identify that if they have an eye for glitches. So the programmers be dropping the ball sometimes. Not all of them. There don't be any serious glitches in the deep red states. So let's get back to it. Now I have to remember where I left off, so bear with me for one moment. So I want to repeat this. Even in real wars, no matter if real physical combat or simulations, physical and mental endurance are more valuable components. Plain English, when so-called independent media form coalitions that fake believe when they manipulate and twist truths or change facts and narratives, they are more powerful in numbers, that is, because the content is low operational. Mind you, majority of bloggers, mind you, they don't even blog nor write. They believe they are more powerful due to teams and numbers. And we can skip that little part. Y'all just breeze through that. So let's get back to the journalists. Let's use mainstream journalists, for instance. There are more individuals across the dark yet lit webs who push and spread more rumors, gossip, lies, and serious disinformation than mainstream media. That's very interesting. Peterson said women and men don't compete against their own sexes in the same way. And I said gamma males who falsely identify as alpha red pill lack intelligence. So the way that they compete is by calling women bitches or other type of names, or dictating to them, and that's why individuals do the same back too, because respect begets respect. Dictating to them what size they should wear, normally a size 5, and that is borderline anorexic where I'm from. Now it just depends on how you were raised, baby. We like collard greens and cornbread. So those are the ones with the problems. Mind you, the creeps aren't even fuckable nor attractive, so it's the pure audacity for me. Now it's read 2 times. Most red pill or wannabe pimps who should perhaps exert physical or mind control over their groomed Jezebels and stupid hoes. Pun intended. Speaking of intelligence, scammers are comfortable with making C's. Not that that matters, but they aren't grouped within the same clusters as women and or men who are in fact smarter. No shade. Respectfully. However, a few, because this came out individuals' mouths. Other individuals will not be satisfied with a C, probably in math or something. However, a few aren't exactly totally dumbed down because they mention the fact that they can READ. and probably comprehend. Women aren't here to compete against hoes nor gammas. Women and men are confident generally, and they always compete against machines or themselves. Some of them are gamers. Red pill clowns who are truly pink pill, rage misogynistic morons, and even low vibrational hoes get it twisted. They fake believe all gamers are so called couch potatoes. They aren't the ones deceiving, degrading, and belittling their audience, or bullying their audience into giving them donations. Or they gonna be like these. Even though Google have a lot of free information or whatever, if people can research anything, psychology, sociology, we're not talking about backward psychology. They can research just about anything. They be like, we ain't gonna tell you no as if they're sitting on classified information or something. And it ain't. So it's very, very interesting. It's very unbecoming. So yeah, they try to call other people couch potatoes because they sit up there and throw up. That back in the people used to sit up there and throw up, and every once in a while throw up that they're playing games and stuff. They actually have real jobs outside of gaming. Majority of clowns who are in fact the real misogynistic pigs and a wannabe motherfucking pimps perhaps should refer to or keep your day jobs. They don't have no. Can real men imagine being a regular YouTuber with the seesaw views? Because you know they views be teetering and going, there are the tethers. Oh, hi, nice to meet you. And what is your profession again? Oh, I'm a YouTuber. That's the same. That's the same response. If you ask a lot of uh kids what they want to be, teenagers, they were like, when I grow up, I want to be a YouTuber. And we're not saying nothing is wrong with it because you have real influencers who provide real products and real services without scamming. So they're in a different cluster and cluster spectrum. What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a YouTuber. What a mess. I'm mastered up and I don't fuck with clown. These clowns like hugs, communication, mammies and daddies is what individuals should conclude, basically. And they don't have to conclude it because sometimes it comes out of the horse's mouths. But that doesn't mean take it out on all of society or pull every individual, no matter the color and or creed or culture, into one box. They should perhaps form a circle and give each other group hugs. I'm just saying, just give. Y'all remember when you used to give yourself a hug? Just give yourself. And learn how you pat yourself on the back when you, in fact, do a good job. The only job they like to do is just making low vibrational content. I'm monstered up and I don't fuck with clowns. That is not my tagline. That was very funny. So Jordan Peterson or the other guy was mentioning formation playgroup, and that other guy is more easy to the ears because he speaks about chimpanzees and monkeys and all the other stuff, whatever, and it has nothing to do with race. Alpha females don't have to play with the real bullies and actual mean girls who are in fact ugly and mean spirited inside and out. Real mean girls don't have to worry about being pushed out because they aren't accepted due to their severe indoctrination and self-hatred. They don't have to be worried about getting pushed out because they're never included. Individuals be talking at, oh, I'm insecure. Oh, poor pity me because of my skin color. Oh, pity me. It doesn't matter the pigment because a lot of people are like, oh, pity me. Like, pity party for what? No, you're gonna turn up, and when you do turn up, you're gonna turn up with some confidence. So the real mean girls, and they have some of these YouTube streets because they hate themselves. They hate light skinned or fair skinned Negroes. They hate white people, especially men equally. They hate them too. They see them as being superior, even though they do not exert any type of superiority or false control over them. And they also hate mixed breeds. That's what they call people. And when they're not calling them mixed breeds, then they're calling people mulatto. And they've been doing that for centuries, Jordan Peterson, for centuries. And there's nothing any retarded liberal who's white or black can do it. They can't do anything about their little, their minions. Once again, deep-rooted self-hatred is most often projected outwardly and has always been that way. So once again, no whites can fix it and neither can blacks. All we could do is walk away. Like we been did that like over 400 years ago. Others could fix it by adjusting their attitudes and how they feel about themselves and about other individuals who do not always necessarily look like them or share the same skin pigment as them. So individuals can't cherry pick their skin. They can't be like, oh, I was supposed to be born this way, Jesus. I think I was supposed to be born, or just you, even if it doesn't matter the color or the creed. Oh, I think I just wants to Ash thinks I just wants to comes down the birth canals or whatever and just be called mulatto, or comes down the birth canals and just be based upon the motherfucking color of the skin. Make it make sense. That's absolutely disgusting. And skin pigments do not dictate individuals' character, but we know who the real mean girls have always been. And so skin pigment are also as non-factors to others who actually love themselves and love other people. When they're confident about themselves. Individuals who don't waste hours in the mirror don't have to go out the way to exude essence and beauty, darling. Now I'm speaking to a particular one because she like to hide behind a god. No, get from behind the so-called manosphere that's crumbling down like London Bridge is falling. The real mean girls are often natural or insecure plastics. That can be either or. So it's just not the plastics. They remind people of Stepford Wives when they're robotic. Or Death Becomes Her with Bruce Willis. Y'all seen that movie? Those are movies. 2 movies. Mean Girls, Death Becomes Her, and The Stepford Wives. Mind you, many of them are not real wives. They're, a matter of fact, they're not wives at all. So the real mean girls are wannabe bullies and always say believe they can bully others is what the point of it all is, darlings. And you can't, absolutely not. So it doesn't take rocket science to figure that out, Mr. Jordan Peterson. So Peterson said that he perceived the bully would say the referring, he's not speaking about, he's speaking in general, would say she's referring to the actual bully. She's just oversensitive. So the actual bully would be like, oh, they're just overly sensitive or whatever. That's what the actual bullies would say. I didn't mean that at all. No, I'm speaking. Jordan wasn't speaking to me. He's speaking in general. But this is what I have to say. He'll be like, oh, he didn't say the real bullies, but the real bullies, they're the ones who are they're aggressive. So then individuals as a defense, they're passive aggressive. No, darling, I mean what I say, and I absolutely say what the fuck I mean, unless I am saying, oh, I'm just joking or I'm just teasing. However, individuals wouldn't generally tease anyone for no given reason for the season because it's not becoming. And we know what bullies are, whatever. They used to bully the real geniuses, Eureka. That was a gifted program back in the day. Shout out to Thomas Haley. I don't know, it's probably crumbled. It ain't what it used to be. They used to sit up there and trip the geniuses, and I played sports, so you know the athletes can be kind of cruel, the jocks can be kind of cruel. Don't be picking on people and trying to force people to do your homework. Don't be tripping people, and so we got them back. At least I did. I stood up against the wall. I say they tripping y'all nerves, so y'all don't know how to fight. Got up against the wall, stuck my foot out, and you just seen everybody just going on the rope, tripping, and really feeling. So now you know what the geniuses and the nerds who cannot fight look like. That's what they felt like. But it was an actual feeling. A feeling like they're about to literally fall on their face. Not by their own accord. Not by accidentally tripping. So let's see where I left off. I am slipping tonight. So, like for instance, the ugly duckling, and she's in these YouTube streets who never allowed herself to blossom into a swine troll, Kendrick Lamar, and perhaps fake believes she gets to dictate what kind of woman or female he dates, or what kind of woman or female he should be with. Girl, you are out of your mind, and you are quite delusional. And Kendrick Lamar is not checking for you, darling. This, we know this. And Kendrick have his own problems. I don't know what's wrong with him, but something is not ticking. He seems to have it under. He manages it quite well, I believe. So yeah, it's a Jezebel, and that's what you are, girl. You are, girl. Go back to University of Florida and go and take a humanities and ethics class. What class did you take, girl? African American Studies class? The same Grace Monkey Gremlins received an accolade Donkey of the Day by Charlemagne. I would have given an unhinged female clown monkey of the day, but that would be an insult to the real animal kingdoms, basically. Because even they understand, okay, it's only so much shit we can throw at each other. Monkeys know how to build and motherfucking engage in cooperative motherfucking action or some type of engagement without fighting all the time. Not these bitches. So the same low performing minstrels kept saying she can perform and do plays, and so can other people, darling. It's called theater arts. All she talks about is darkism and other low vibrational subject matters, which are not even important. Ironically, she brags about majoring in so-called psychology, and I use that with some tough air quotes, because she's delusional and she's also deranged. And you're dysfunctional. So, child, period. In any event, personality differences between males and females aren't too far off, but guys are still considered unusual, fascinating, and strange creatures. So that's why individuals observe and listen to certain type of individuals because they're funny, and they're also they just like behave the same whether or not they're here or whether or not the cameras are on or off. But let's get back to this grace monkey gremlin who got donkey today. If individuals gave individuals, it doesn't matter because that y'all the ones who are saying good press, bad press. You love it all, darling. And so when she got that plug, is what it's called. I keep telling you, it's called a plug. White people and black men, the black guys who are green to slang, and I don't know a lot of it, but I know enough to navigate through this cruel, cold world. You're supposed to capitalize off of certain type of things, and when someone give you a plug or whatever, he threw you an alley oop or whatever, and he had to throw you another. And you still can't even pick up your views. You're struggling because you're struggling for a reason. Even when individuals try to engage in certain types of dialect and constructive conversations to see if in order to gain some type of better understanding as to why people think or behave the way that they do, here you Jezebels come. Oh, they donate to the black men. Oh, they don't give us nothing. What are you doing that's productive or that's worthy? And who said that you can bully individuals into donating to you and or your legal fees, darling? And Americans are quite generous because other individuals, would not have had any trouble obtaining, you know what I'm saying? But other individuals don't have the luxury like you crappies and you honors of GoFundMe without it being shut down for no given reason for the season, no matter the color and or creed, and individuals are living testimonies. So this Jezebel fake believes she could tell Kendrick Lamar who to date, how to act. She fake believes she could just go around telling black people, oh, you should never be with a light skinned woman. Who are you? You are not God, bitch. And you definitely ain't Satan because you ain't giving all the devilish that you're supposed to give, darling. I'm not being funny when I say that because I love me some satire. I love some rhetoric too, as long as it's not distasteful. And rhetoric, in my sense, from my context, it just means like different types of begging question where I don't put a question mark behind it. Question mark. It's not a question. So she thought she could bully Kendrick Lamar into telling him, oh, you should never do this or do that. Oh, girl, you cannot tell black men, or no man for that matter, on who to date. Individuals have preferences for a reason, and women have preferences as well. I don't like midgets. I don't like midgets because I don't want to do 30 to motherfucking life. I don't like midgets, Mr. Jordan Peterson. I don't like motherfuckers who can't shut the fuck up. That's why balance is important, because you have to know when to be submissive, and it works both ways equally, not just one's lopsided. Individuals have to know when to STF, shut the fuck up. Who wants to hear this rah 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 rah? It's only so much why women kill can take. Where is my cherry? Jordan Peterson probably like Scooby Dooby Doo, sir. Seriously. Like, who wants to hear that? Ain't nobody got time. It's, first of all, it's too damn hot for the shits. And even if it wasn't too damn hot for the shits, people have discipline with patience, a minimum. Discipline, a lot of it. Patience, zero tolerance for bullshit. Individuals truly feel as though they get to bully somebody. See, that's what happens when you poke the bear, but now you're poking a beast. Because the bears are a different habitat. People truly think that they can what, get your brother to bully somebody into being with you, Jezebel, your serial cheater? The fuck? That's what's wrong with females. That's why in their heads, and I'm not being funny or whatever. We all don't sit up there and really, really want to be somebody. Then sometimes you snap up and gotta be like, that is not the nigga for you, sis. Pack your bags. Will it? You ain't gotta tell me how to feel. You don't get to tell me how to react. I just need you to do one thing. Watch this, ladies or fellas. Two things only. Get your shit in. Pack your bags. Clive? And some women know how to say, I'm a phenomenal woman. Where he or she, but it's where you came from. There will be more. Get your shit. Get your shit in. Hit the door. I don't know how to rap. I know how to rap my motherfucking ass off, Mr. Jordan Peterson. Clive. Get your shit. Get your shit in. Hit the door. Be poking the bears. Y'all ain't getting no drops, no music, no y'all can get poetry. This girl said she do monologue. So do I, darling. When do the plays start? Let me know so I can perform. Because the world is our oyster. It's supposed to be, and it's also the center stage. It's not just the center stage for Negroes. It's the center stage for whoever want to take that hoe and conquer the world. Not being funny, y'all. That's some pinky in the brain shit. Because that's exactly what these lab rats fake believe they are. We're just gonna, what, Pinky? Take over the world, bitch. It's gonna be a spiritual motherfucking warfare. With it, can Mr. Judge Ward? And this is very, I like to entertain the American people, but darling, this is based on true events. She's like, that's that. Just brag about what you get. I was the first to invent, bitch. I'm the first one to crack OPM motherfucking codes, bitch. Catch up. I ain't walking around. I'm the black woman to be hitting figures, bitch. Y'all know I love my movies. This bitch on a roll, y'all. That's why she sit up there. Do you want to be introduced to the world, darling? Because I mean, you're struggling. I sat on a swing and I hit about 500 plus views and I paused it. It wasn't gonna go viral. I'll pause it because it's like people are not fixated on the likes and all the other stuff underneath the star, the sun, and the moon. Saying eyes can perform, and eyes tries to see if you can, darling. Keep on sitting up there looking at sit up there. Do you think acting is not easy and remembering? How I read from this is because I don't want to remember lines. That is theater arts is well behind me, Jordan Peterson, when I was finna rip that motherfucker's lips off when he wanted me to play Romeo and Juliet, sir. Come on, counselor, psychologist, clinical, whatever the hell you are. Clinician. Don't sit up there and say, I will rip your fucking lips out. Then the teacher's like, you could have at least lied. Now I can't do anything. Ma'am, the only thing you need to do is know that I'm not coming back for theater arts too. Thank you. Oh, y'all know I used to love the debate team. Love it until individuals could not remember their lines, darlings, and wanted me to feed it to them. Nothing's wrong with you. It's called stay in that mirror, repeat your lines, get somebody else to practice with you, and bust your ass. That's what that's called. So yeah, that's why I read from scripts. No, not the fake scripts, like, you know what I'm saying, the vendors and the contractors, Jordan Peterson. That would be insurance kickbacks. So she said, oh, I could perform, I could do it. That's like me trying to compete with a Greg Goodfield. Or Cat Eye Tyrus, or Cat. That's how Tyrus. How many of these hoes would have overlooked Tyrus, be like, oh, he's a big old angry man. Oh, his eyes pretty, but oh, he angry black man. A lot of them. They don't want to admit that they have preferences or whatever. Oh, I like him tall, but oh, he look like an angry man. He light skinned with pretty eyes. I really don't have time for the bullshit. I'm not Greg Goodfield because I really will put my foot up your motherfucking ass, child. And she keeps saying, oh, I invented dark. Bitch, what is that? Is that in the Urban Dictionary, darling? And I am not hating or nothing like that, but just like people's attitude. Yeah, people might come out here being a little catty because that's just exactly what girls do sometimes. Just like boys like to compete with the cars, the money, and whatever. So that's what the argument of it all is, Mr. Peterson. Let me see what he called himself. I don't want to misidentify you, sir. And I like to identify as Joe Biden's granddaughter. Can I pass? He's sitting up there talking and she like, people, bitch, I've been waiting 4 years. 4 years, bitch, because this bitch steady just be It can't be too many bitches that you can be referring to, ho. It really can't, because I thought birds of a feather flock together, i.e. individuals who absolutely hate themselves. Make it make sense. Let's see what Jordan's title is. That's not the, I ain't the one to be working with. Okay, Canadian professor of psychology, a clinical clinical psychologist. Clinical psychologist. All right. Yeah, be sitting up there. Why do y'all? Oh my god. Absolutely disgusting. She said she's gonna sit up there and put on a show, darling. Put on a show, darling. That's all I got to say about that. Man, sure, they just be crushing. That's why the black people, the men who got their heads on their shoulder, because you know it's a lot of moles. Man, excuse me. That's why they say, oh. That's why they say. Give me 1 second. Oh, I had some lip gloss all over it. That's why they say, fussing about, oh, donations. I had to use some jargons real quick. I'm about to mess with this paper. I don't want to get no paper cut. But yeah, that's why they be sitting up there messing up. Why y'all worrying about what others? See, that's what's wrong with most individuals on the plantations, they always worry about what the next piece. Stop pocket watching. See, that's what the issue is, Jordan Peterson. When they poke the bear and they want to pocket watch, then they want to poke TSP. I said this in other, you know what I'm saying, broadcasts. Want to poke TRICARE, want to poke. You are not entitled, Andre, Malcolm, Kedrick, and we're going to repeat it towards the end because we're really going to get into the shits. And it's very fascinating, darlings. The individuals, oh, they're called racist. Oh, it's so, don't look behind that corner. It's a big racist playing the piano. Oh, don't look, don't go over there. Go over here with the insecure. Don't look over there. Oh, it's just masculinity. Oh, we're going to call it toxic. But look at the pink pills. Male gammas. Male gammas, and majority of them do not have a real job. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly, darlings. These chicken zombies do never get exhausted, darlings. Never, ever, ever. That's why they can go on and on for about 10 hours sometimes. Some of them have been on there for like 14 or 15 hours straight. Pocket watching. Individuals feel so entitled to other people's money. Make it make sense, general public. So yeah, so other individuals, they're very fascinating. Personality is very fascinating, but it's very interesting when individuals can just be themselves, basically. And a lot of people can't. They like to sugarcoat, deceive, lie, trick. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. We're just gonna dangle some little fairy tale dust or whatever across our audience or whatever. And then we're just gonna scapegoat and be like, oh, it's the Operation Mockingbird, it's the Quotail Pro, oh, it's the government, oh, it's the oh, where did I leave off, darling? Where did I leave off? So, real men, yeah, they're unusual, they're fascinating, and they are strange creatures. That's why individuals like to observe them. Then they try to hand us a clown. I'm monstered up and I don't fuck with clowns. So, real men do not refer to themselves as alphas. And then when people call them alpha, they be like, oh, no, 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 no. And that is very fascinating. And meanwhile, you had the pink pill tutus. We're gonna start calling the little fairy. What could we call them? The fairy bunnies, y'all? Because they're fascinating in a weird way. They call themselves alpha. We call them pink pill fairy bunnies. We'll call them Tinkerbells, but I like Tinkerbell. So, real men who do not refer to themselves as alphas, and when they're observed, they're, as I've stated, quite interesting. They also tend to be more easy on the eyes and more attractive. Kind of like how GLP is more attractive than this is not about it's not about politics. And we're not saying they don't have no attractive liberals. 9 times out of 10, they look weird and they behave weird. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. And then you have those who are the exceptions to the rule. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Y'all have typos, y'all. So individuals who are, you know what I'm saying, real men seldom have to make a grand entrance and can simply be themselves. They can light up a room too. even a dark one, darling. They are often called coons and racists. Girls are interested in people and fashion, and guys tend to lean towards sports, gadgets, and cars. Although the main focal point of it all, Mr. Peterson, is the fact that real men who are confident rarely have to lead with their money. Although they can become discreetly competitive when they are around other guys. Why would males attempt to make it rain knowing that they feel the financial crunch the very next day? Make it make sense to me. They're like, oh, damn, I wish I would have spent all the money that you really didn't have because you actually had real bills to pay, darling. Like that type of combustible money, honey. And individuals will really do that because they feel some type of, and if you ain't got it, be like, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. And even if you do got it, be like, I ain't got it. That way individuals don't take advantage of you or take your kindness for weakness. Not truly want to piggyback off of that part. Take your kindness for weakness. That's what individuals do. Oh, I was just gonna hang around certain people because they'll pay for everything or whatever and be a horrible friend and the perfect frenemy. What is a frenemy? Do you want a frenemy? Do you want to keep your enemies closer? I wouldn't. I just want to hang around you because you can get us into the clubs, Ricky Smelly. Yeah, that one. Then you have a Jezebel on this motherfucker. I told you she made a fake fly with real rappers and other entertainers and artists on that shit, and she don't even know them, man. And then she flew to California. Who's Atlanta? Some parts is the Sodom and Gomorrah. That's some parts of every city and state, though. You heard me. Oh, I'm gonna just make a flyer. This artist or entertainer, I don't really know them though. Fake promoter. Y'all had those type of friends or whatever. Oh, girl, let's get in free before 10. And you're like, absolutely not. Saying you'll pay basically to get into a club back in the day when you used to party like a rock star responsibly. Now I'm gonna talk about some because I was canvassing the net, y'all, and someone was telling a little story, and they sit up there and did a Freudian slip. That's about another topic though that I want to inject and mix with this topic because we're talking about girls and how they like to have fun. Jordan Peterson, learning that is about human and social behavior. And yes, individuals are not perfect. I cuss like a sailor. You have some professors that are cursed. Like it's all what individuals can take and what they're not offended by. Then it can to be like, oh, it's the wage gap, it's the wage. So how do y'all try to shut down civic discourse and stop people from getting their bag when they put in real work? That's the audacity for me. And we know the artificial gender wars, their subscribers are going to be so screwed up. They're not going to be able to function in real life because every time a guy comes to speak, oh, I'm too good for you. Oh, no, you need to get your bank account up. Oh, no, you ain't got the bag. I want a Chanel. Oh, I want a Birkin. Damn, their faces is ugly. Make it make sense. As if materials make you what you are. When you derobe and you are naked, or when you leave this earth, who are you? That's the point. That's why I ask people, what do you want your legacies to be? White bitch on my be. Make it make sense. You can't make this shit up. And I be like, look at the white people, look at the Asian, look at those. Scooby Dooby Doo. We're gonna look at black people because that's what we are. Even with a 10 Irish and all that good shit. Oh, yeah, I belong to projects. You ain't gotta tell me where to go. Buy, pack our bags, and leave and never look back. Make it make sense. Like, we want to eject the white people. The white people ain't in this conversation, but they can observe this bullshit. Be pocket watching, dictating to people who they should date. These artificial gender wars. Because trust and believe them white women know which side of the bread contains the goddamn butter. Yeah. This is no new shit right here. This shit is what the plantations give. And what they permit, they absolutely promote it. Give me a second, y'all. Right. What you permit is what you get. What you permit is what you get. What you permit is what you get. And I can't wait to tune into that one. Yeah, people are not perfect. And Jordan Peterson himself, he came out and did what these criminals couldn't do. Who wanted to hit federal licks and bite the government hands that fed them is what they did. And the taxpayers too were affected. That's why we went public, Jordan, without the mainstream media. But gracias. Individuals do appreciate being extended an olive branch. We don't want them to blame the mainstream media, Operation Mockingbird, or they can blame counterintelligence. Hold on, y'all. Oh, it's the bird, it's the plane. Oh, it's the government. Shout out again to all of those who hate my guts sitting in a quiet place listening to my show. You are obsessed and sick. So that's what it is, Peterson. It doesn't take, you know what I'm saying, being a clinician, i.e., a clinical psychologist, to understand envy from jealousy from they got us fucked up. Individuals see the same little kind of Jezebels be attacking celebrities, and I'm like, what do they have to do with this? Come back, dial it down. Let's take it down to 9 levels. 9. That's how that Grace Monkey Gremlin who made Donkey today. Hello, Kendrick Lamar shouldn't be. That's how they be. You gonna get your brother to bully sergeants? I think's not. Into being with a serial cheater, bitch. Come back, fake peach. Run it back again. And individuals do not aspire to be a Ariana Curry. That's that shit that their grandparents and their mammies teach them. We don't do that. They don't be dictated. Well, you don't be with a bitch now when you have what? You and your baby daddies can get the sucking. They want some scripts, we got some. And if they would have stopped in 2014, like they said, they're trying to interrupt our broadcasting. And y'all, the American peoples too, you guys are influencers. Interrupt y'all broadcasting y'all shows as if y'all don't have nothing going on. The audacity. Come with some talent, darling. We got some scripts. We got plenty more where that come from. And the scripts wrote themselves, Mr. Peterson, just like fake scripts are, you know. But Jordan Peterson did something that individuals, these grass market gremlins and these hoe hoppers, who thought they could climb a social ladder that does not exist. We ain't rich. He and Hunter Biden did something that these grass market gremlins could not do, male and female Jezebels, morally bankrupt, morally corrupt, and spiritually broken. He admitted that he had to go through rehab and go through treatment. Hunter Biden went on CBS. He said, fuck y'all. He ain't got time to play. He said he here for the shit. Hunter said he was here for the shit, here for the cameras, here for the media, here for millions of voices to hear him saying, I think I got a problem. Where's Andre Kedrick? Where is my gavel? Where is Andre Kedrick? All these federal lickhitters. And if Jordan Peterson want to know who be bumping people up in it, is base service members. So you know how the federal lickhitters have their niche, and so do we. Used to make them laugh too. Rap, what you want to do? We ain't finna buck dance. That's what we don't do, boo. Attention and about face. Pivot. And these fresh fish, don't get out of my way. They're like, I asked learn my MOSL, my didn't. The trained ones with rank say who are retired said it takes a long time to learn. We got a special, not a gift, GIF. We got a special thing to say to these haters one more again. Yeah, how that monkey be acting. Oh, you ain't gotta. Yeah, I think Hunter Biden's performance was way better than Andre's and Kedrick's and Malcolm's. You have to get him his cookies because that's what being impartial. That's what it looks like, whether we like it or not. And Hunter, please say it ain't so with the child pornography, so because then eyes have to be on a different page. Cruising down these streets. When I say the streets, I mean these dirty reports. And Jordan Peterson can have access to it. It'll probably be like, oh, there. It'll be speaking about going in and out of character, darling. I don't know what them F-listers do, darling. Individuals can dive into Hollywood, so individuals do know how to use discernment. And individuals, and Jordan be like, "It's an act." No, it's not an act, sir. I'm actually having a conversation with you, like I did with the lady at MIPS, sir. It was very interesting because she put down her pen. She was like, let's no chatter about something more interesting than this. And that's why civilians and grass market agreements need to stay in their lane. They're so intrigued. If you're so intrigued, ask Congress to pass our budget so we can get a Department of Defense movie. Until then, we have virtual theater. Welcome to the shows. And congratulations to individuals who stay in their own lanes and mind their own business and the business that minds them, and also can be productive citizens of society. And not only be that, as well as be a voice. Because you know, when it comes to POWs, darlings, and the American people did their jobs, they completed their missions, and now they can go ahead and finish running to the finish line, no matter the color and creed, nor gender. Jordan Peterson be like, who booked y'all up? Soldiers! Based ones, that is. Shout out to all the people who hate my guts but is sitting in a quiet place listening to my show. You are obsessed and sick. Y'all know what's so funny? Now, black people get this. Jordan Peterson have a disconnect because Andre, they be in a little busted down clubs. Darling, I would never ever be sitting out there dancing to me, kid dance, bitch dance. They love the camera, y'all. We hope fake news CNN get a show. Wait, Brian Stelter, are we doing this or ain't we? Is you ain't, sir? And that's the difference between fake news and investigative journalism. That was funny. Congratulations to all of my haters sitting in a quiet place or a quiet room. listening to this show or others, you are obsessed and sick. And they stay pressed. I digress. I don't have time for fake peaches. But yeah, Jordan Peterson is very interesting, darling. So is Hunter Biden. He was like, fuck this shit. Look, where is CBS? When you gotta sugarcoat this shit, I want the hot seat. And he got that mother. He Hunter sat in that motherfucking hot seat. Where is Andre? Where is Malcolm? What is Kedrick? That was a boss player move. That was a boss player move. You must got one of them fancy Jew attorneys, Hunter. That was a boss move too, y'all. And this is my chair squeaking. That's a boss move. How to say, you got me fucked up. And you gotta give them the brownie points, because what if y'all was an attorney, y'all sitting up there, you know, a spectator on the outside looking in, and you cross-reference events and occurrences, baby. Hunter was like, Hunter won. And as much as you hate to sit up there and be like, God damn, Hunter done beat these federal fucking lick hitters to the fucking hot seat because they keep on running and they hiding. Dodging their face. That was a boss player move. Because no one expecting Hunter to be like, yep, guilty. I did it. And we just gotta call a spade a spade. That was a boss player move. So yeah, one outside clock say he's doing criminal justice. Darling, come where you? Oh, he checking on them F listers. We ain't got time for that. We got time for cybersecurity, transparency. We got time for streamlining. We got time for organization, organizing for action. We got time for defense. We got time for counterintelligence. Without having to distract and sugarcoat and throw little fairy tale dust. Oh, darling. And shout out to my base students who know how to take instructions, and you didn't feel like you were taking instructions from a girl. Your ego wasn't too big. Oh, this is what you do. Da 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 da. Shut this shit down. So yeah, individuals took their oath and their counsel quite seriously. Congress. I don't know who they think they want to play with. I told the Saints is gonna go marching in. Remember, the Saints will send us. We curse like sailors. The real holy and divine will pray and have prayed for us. And you know something got to be wrong if the atheists say we gonna pray too, but we only believe in God. That was impressive. It's absolutely funny. This is another example of many big bank take little bank. Only male minions don't have real accounts to take, and they tend to live well above their means. We want some of that TS people. We don't want to enlist. We don't want to do 9 years. We don't want to go to Iraq 2 times. We don't want to serve. We don't want to go on tours, real combat. We don't want to do none of that shit. We don't want to put our soldiers in a body bag or whatever. We don't want to identify they burned bodies. You heard me? The fuck? All right, keep on playing games, civilians. And we're not talking about people that keep on playing games. Let me continue. So, men always want to accomplish something and want to be better at something than men and women. That's what Jordan said. He and others, when I say he, we talking about real men and women, they were better and they did do better. And they were the greatest and they were the best. We call them a few great and good men. The fuck? And Americans are too, y'all. Y'all the foot soldiers too. Some of them still chilling at E1. Get out. All right, darlings. Let me continue. Let's see how it looks like. I got another typo. Says no civilian IT specialist, and I put that into air quotes ever. So Jordan was speaking about the difference between guys and girls or whatever, and I said that girls are interested in people and fashion, and guys tend to lean. When we say people, we say men. And guys tend to lean towards sports, gadgets, and cars. So let me repeat this. And they're called coons and races. Girls are interested in a lot of things, darlings. Why don't you ask questions? Had to repeat that and run it back twice. So yeah, they were better and they did do better. They range from a few good men to a few of the greatest men, and there are many. So we're being rhetorical. That's rhetoric when we say that. There are also real comedians who don't participate in misogynistic attacks against women and often speak about their own lives, basically, and how they can improve their own lives, whether they are on or off of the center stage, baby. And that's the fascinating and remarkable part about them. Male clowns are pigs and they initiate artificial gender wars, perhaps because they are scorned or have been burned, just like the Jezebels. As individuals, we're about to start winding it down, you guys. As individuals mature, why can't pigs resolve their underlying issues, especially childhood issues and complexes, and develop positive coping mechanisms? How's that for strategy? Like I said, it makes a big guy, it takes a big guy, no matter, okay, getting a little, like I said, it takes a big guy, no matter the color, to admit to their audiences they aren't necessarily mechanical, but have no problem paying for labor or bartering and trading, darlings. And that's the point of it all. Most would fake it till they make it, and they have. They like to steal jokes, but we're well past that. We're just using it as an example. It's okay. We're past that. People have know how to move on. That's called real progression. So, flash forward to childbearing. Many females, generally the Jezebels in the YouTube streets, are scorned when they cannot have kids, because Jordan mentioned the ability to birth, and only women can do that, darlings. And there's no debate on that, so we can shut that conversation down when it comes to these unhinged degenerates in the YouTube streets. So mainly because they wait until their biological clock ticked. So a few actually hate kids and can't stand them, even though they were once infants themselves. So that's another reason why individuals don't have kids, but you gotta let individuals speak for themselves. Some are just fine with not being able to carry a child, and they are the exceptions. And so that's also the importance of surrogacy, even though individuals use that shit backwards because they don't want to ruin their bodies. That's the perfect thing about childhood and childbearing. You know, if you can't bounce back, whatever, still be comfortable with your mom bod is what they call it. But a mom bod isn't something. Oh, it's just baby fat from 10 years, 15 years, girl, friend. Absolutely not. Anyways, desire to be better at something is nothing but a manifestation of power and dominance. This is Jordan Peterson words, a dominance drive. The competitive urge is to be discouraged and is a zero-sum game, and one person gains at the expense of another. Can you elaborate, sir? Ambition, he said, when it comes to young boys, they manifest or can be manifested in the service of goods and services, and that's absolutely correct. So in any event, to be paid for something, you have to be better, otherwise no one will pay you. Absolutely not. Why? Lazy sheep and zombies who underperform daily and do not do their job are being paid to do absolutely nothing. They could start by working on completing corrective actions and fixing intentional glitches and deceptive clerical errors. Others weren't paid for various extensive research and should be paid. DC, I yield back. DC have a problem with good faith, and plagiarists have a problem with plagiarizing, basically. They receive monetary rewards for work that they didn't complete. And they didn't even do it. Jordan said that's a double. Yeah, that's why I said it twice. That's another. They didn't even do it. And they got paid, sir. Then let's flash back to this thing called community service without pay. Sure sounds like slavery when people work for free, huh? It's a choice when individuals have to decide to work for free in order to acquire basic to intermediate skills for on the job training. Stay tuned, and Kanye will let you know how rare cases of slavery were actually, in fact, choices. Sugarcoating free labor, sugarcoating free labor, no extra funds in the budget. That's what they used to say. Come to find out, individuals ran off on the plugs twice and were stealing the money. Make it make sense. I don't know any non-Democrat who would promote or literally push for free labor and slavery. Community service was like, it's like theft. It's like people got robbed or something. Community service was and thievery. Community service was and so was thievery. Still ended up being a blessing in disguise because individuals could not have learned as much as they know, and they would not have been able to decipher through the fake news, determine shit from bullshit, and break codes without compromising critical infrastructures, grids, databases, networks, and programming, Mr. Peterson. Most of all, ethics and integrity, especially when it comes to humanities in regards to proper data entry, streamlining, coding, management, logistics, and or real business, sir. We the people yield back to Congress. New fiscal years are approaching. October is our favorite month, darlings. Perhaps we can learn how to beg like the lazy sheep and zombies who do not do their jobs and who do not put in the same effort. Absolutely, they do. They put in zero effort, yet they still get paid for doing absolutely nothing. Mind you, sheep and zombies receive every single bit of their reparations, 100% freebies, including subpar higher learning. Mr. Peterson, how you doing? So rare case studies, Andre Till, Malcolm Kedrick, and is you could put like plus 80 or 100, but I'm pretty sure they're not gonna go after other 80, even if all of their identities are true, in fact, on phase. Includes, but is not limited to, illegal use of multiple governmental forms, property, defrauding sensitive programs, forgery, theft in second degree, Medicare, Medicaid, kickbacks, synthetic identification fraud, collateral attacks, social security number misuse, money laundering, theft of immovable property, wage theft, wire fraud, newly added possession of controlled substances, illegal firearms, that would be Kedrick, etc., etc. Robbery. Yes. So had they been sentenced properly, we would not keep having these continuous charges. You know what I'm saying? Individuals who work should be compensated fairly based upon real work, real merit, and actual performance. That's what Elliot was trying to say, and he made a valid point. General public can let us know what they think about Ponzi schemes, various types of organized crimes, multi-million-dollar running debts as it pertains to pure American greed, conspiracies, plus more. Stay tuned. Department of Defense doesn't have a film budget for monkey minstrels, unnecessary OPM breaches, and kickbacks, as well as documentaries, okay? So enjoy virtual entertainment and theater as it costs American taxpayers absolutely nothing. For additional subsequent shows, let us know if you would like more playbills on Why Women Kill, Mr. Peterson. And where is Mark Cherry? Mark Cherry is a producer, you guys, and he's also a writer. And I didn't know that he wrote some scripts for the Golden Girls, so that's absolutely interesting. So I said drops curtains or whatever. I yield back to Mr. Jordan Peterson. I yield back to Congress, and GAO be like, I was out this mess because GAO did their jobs, Mr. Biden. Shout out to Main Street. They'd be like, it's the Operation Mockingbirds. What kind of bird? Was it a bird? Was it a plane? Or was it Superman? 3%, you guys. We come back, we're gonna speak more about Camilla's favorite subject. And it's not gonna be distasteful like Judge Joe Brown. Y'all realize I didn't call Camilla. Use a hoe, Camilla. Use a I ain't strapping it. No, Camilla. And my friend is a Camila Kamala. She's Jamaican mine. Yes, that's gonna be very fantastic. So these hoes thankfully to think I'm gonna run off on a plug twice. So I'm like, Scooby Dooby Doo, bitch. Y'all know the song called Camila a hoe? Like Judge Brown, you filthy, you slut, you motherfucking. All you had to do was just say, goddamn, she had the kids working free labor past their time, which they should have learned a lesson from that or whatever. And I do believe, not the juveniles, but even them, if they get in trouble and get caught doing something they shouldn't be doing, yes, you're going to be cleaning up roads and highways. And you're going to be painting houses for the undeserved populations. Yeah, we're going to be doing all of that. And that's how real lessons are learned. Especially if you want to save the youth, okay? So I don't know the background because I'm not in California. I don't know the background when it comes to that or whatever. But Judge Brown gonna call hoes a hoe. She just called Nastasia a hoe, T's a hoe, Tammy's a hoe. All these hoes, these yous are stupid. Y'all know this ain't called Camila a hoe? Cause I said hoe, my bad. And Camila need to learn how to talk. Girl, what is your vocals? No, bitch, I can't sing, and I admit that, darling. Camila say, excuse me. This is very fascinating. Yeah, Judge Brown said Camila's a hoe. I say, shit, these unclassified cut, but these classified report, boy. Hunter Biden like, hold my beard, suck my dick. No, I'm not on Hunter Biden's side. I'm just saying that he pulled a smooth operator. Y'all know how they smooth operator. Camila know how to dance. Where your videos at, girl? You used to step. Show me how you get down. No, we don't want you to pussy pop like the senators, ma'am. That is very unbecoming. So, all right, you guys, I'm about to end this broadcast. It's 2% left or whatever. They used to put me on restriction. Who is they? I don't know who they is. If I did, I would tell you. Yeah, I would tell you. Be like, oh, you only can sit up there and go for about 15 minutes. I got something to say. I mean, let's say I ain't pussy pot. That is so embarrassing. Embarrassing. I don't care. I curse like I said, that's embarrassing. Oh, no. Let me know if Camila got them steps. You heard me? Other people know how to dance. We just don't do it here. We had told you we could shut OnlyFans down. All right, you guys. This has been I don't even know. Should I say a Playbill edition of Crowns and Tea? These events are real, you guys. It's up to the no White House. You just hold your horses. Yeah, a lot of stuff can be. It's too disgusting, you guys. So then they're gonna be like, oh my God, oh no, oh no. Yeah, but it's a conspiracy, all right. Y'all done stole from the federal government and the taxpayers, and everybody want their money back, period. Period, poo, that's what they be saying, purr. Oh, ghetto asses. I'm from the project, and I'll never go, period. It's on period. What? That is not becoming. All right, this has been a Playbill edition. No, we're not in the basement. Not tonight. Edition of Crowns and Tea with your favorite means girl. Put that in tough air quotes. Your fabulous and sweetest tech princess, envy me greatly. Shout out to the American people. Shout out to you if you have sit up there. Y'all did an excellent job when it came to the critical thinking exercises and the drills. You heard me. Shout out to individuals who put their lives and freedom on the line and know that we are always working for the people because we ain't shit without you. All right, you guys, make sure to always love yourselves. All right. And I guess just stay tuned because we got more content where this came from, darlings. All right. As far as the classified reports, can't do that. None of that. That's called discipline, dears. All right, you guys. Now I gotta jet. Bye. Love you. Peace.